Good morning. Ah. It is a beautiful morning in this gorgeous planet that we choose to land, we choose to surface, we choose to experience this beautiful journey of life. I am Perkunas, the catalyst and your guidance, and we are talking about purpose. This is a topic number 8. It is going, I don't force things to happen. I simply allow them to come to me, and sometimes I record a couple topics a day, sometimes it's a little bit more, and I notice that I'm just using my, what we call intuition, or my alignment with myself to decipher. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this squirrel going through that tree, and he just jumped. Wow. He's just doing his thing, searching for something to eat, exploring his territory. Now jumping on the cables. He's jumping on the cables. Hey! Wow. So gorgeous. I saw the squirrel yesterday. I was wondering, is that safe for the squirrel to go through those cables? It might just electrocute. But she's doing great. Animals in nature, wow, she's going up to the top. Animals in nature don't have our human constructions of perception of this reality. They don't have our limitations. They are connected with the stream of life, which is nature, and they just tune in there, and in such a beautiful balance and harmonious way, they just perform their existence. Also, what the squirrel just did is something that no human could do, even if we have the body of a squirrel, because we have the mental conditioning. The squirrel doesn't need to let go. The animals in nature itself, everything in nature doesn't need to align or tune or rejuvenate. It doesn't need to have a concept of what is general well-being. All is well-being in nature. Everything is in the right place and is at the right circumstances. In nature, everything has a purpose. In nature, everything has intention. Everything is in the place where it's supposed to be. We humans somehow live a life away from that, away from those frequencies, and it's playful. It is so playful. What are you doing there? There's no food on the top of that thing. Okay, goodbye. If I catch a video later, I'll add it to this video of the squirrel. Seems for us risking his life, but he or she is pretty well. All the topics and all the chapters of this sharing are related to each other, and I'll suggest to go back. We are in the chapter of purpose, and it has been a little journey to get to this point. And in order for me to be here in those couple of weeks that happened so far, I have learned to allow myself to let go of the circumstances, to let go of energies, to let go of mental conditions that I turn on myself, and I focus my attention into things to be able to express, to be able to have something to share that is meaningful for you. It's an ongoing process. This is how it goes. We let go and we let in. We let go and we give a space for something different, to take place into our programming, let's call it our consciousness, let's call it our mind, let's call it our behavior, our habits, our actions. When we do that, we give space. When we let go of a belief that doesn't serve us, or sometimes we go backwards and we actually let go of something that is really useful for letting in of something that is the opposite of what we want. You have the ability to let go of it's like dressing. You can dress, one day you can dress really colorful, and the next day you can dress very light colors. You have the ability to choose which colors of life you're gonna wear, and which colors of life you match your personality, which colors of life match the environment. They're more in tune, in balance, and they're more flowy with things. I don't think these colors are matching much the environment right now. The sun is just rising, and it's a chill morning, and there was a lot of dew everywhere, I love dew. I don't know if you guys love dew. But that is the ongoing process. That's the ongoing process of life for every single human being. There is always going to be this ongoing situation. We are meant to keep upgrading. When we don't, we generate a stagnation. We generate perpetuated chronic symptoms of feeling bad with the reality that you are perceiving. Then that reflects in your bodily conditions, reflects into the relationships that you have with the people around you, and of course with yourself. Everything that is around us is a reflection of ourselves. The sun is my reflection. And I could see the sun. Other people could tell, oh, those pieces of wood behind are your reflection. It wasn't my choice, right? I picked the king. I picked the king. That's crazy. It's all perspective, right? We were talking about that before. And you have two people going through life. They both go to the beach, and one chooses to swim in the ocean and invigorate with the vibrancy of the planet. Literally, when you jump in the ocean, you just, it feels so good. And then come out and breathe deeply and go home and makes himself or herself a really nice breakfast, and it's ready for life and go on. The other person goes to the ocean and it's like, it's too cold, the sun is sticking to my feet. You choose to complain about the circumstances. It's always a choice. You have always that. The nature, earth, reality, whatever you want to call it, presents to you a buffet of opportunities and situations and scenarios for you to perform. You have been invited, and you took the invitations, and you were born. I was between looking at me or looking at the little point here I know that's where the camera is. You wanted to come here so badly. And what I want to tell you about this is you choose to come here. I told you this again, but I'm going to repeat it because it's quite important. You wanted to come here to this existence. You want to be born in this baby. You didn't know in which family, in which environment, but you wanted to experience it. It didn't matter to you because this environment, you knew for sure that this environment provides everything that you need in order to accomplish whatever you want. And the desires that are being born in you when you start growing up are so diverse as the stars in the sky. Each human is a compendium of unlimited, intricate desires, and each of us is completely different from each other when you look at it from the vibrational aspects and the things that fit and the way how we accommodate it in our mind. So we can choose to feel our existence with, and this is the thing about conditioning. You knew it was not going to be easy. At one point it becomes easy when you cannot understand the game of being a human. It is quite like a game, literally. You are you are playing a very intricate game. Let's say you were God, what you consider God is, and then you decide to come into human form. Because when you're in the stream of everything that is, it feels like being God. That's how being feeling deeply connected between yourself and everything else feels like. But I am not, just in case. I'm a human being with limitations, with a physical body that is fragile. Not really, but fragile in the sense like I'm not as strong as a bull, and I can just fall from this building and die, cease my existence, and transition into what I was before, maybe. Certainly nobody can tell you that. You have to transition in order to realize that. But while you're here, you don't need to figure it out. You know you're playing under certain rules. So you have the choice. You can choose what to put in your experience. The more things are the opposite of feeling good, which is the opposite of feeling good, is the opposite of what you really wanted, the more you have to let go. And it feels good. It feels good when you let go of certain things that are you're carrying like this idea of this annoying person, of you are thinking about something that you don't feel good about yourself, or something that you did that it feels bad for you, or you don't get to let go of the idea that you need to deal with this physical condition, or maybe you have $3 million and you don't know what to do with it. Number 4. Yeah, that's crazy, right? But yeah, that's crazy. For example, to me, it's really difficult to decide what to do. That's one challenging thing to me, because contrarily to a lot of people, I know the things in which the things that I can do are so many. I know myself pretty well since I was really young, and that I think connecting with nature was a big thing for me to realize that. I know this beautiful vibrancy and harmony that consistently expressing in nature. Once you are there consistently, then it pulses through you, it transpires into clarity. Yeah. And that's what I always gonna be talking about nature, and I will never stop, because I don't know anything better to achieve what people call enlightenment. There's no such a thing as enlightenment, just to let you know. You're a human, all right? That is cruel. It's more enlightened than us. Okay? Any monkey, it is more enlightened than us. It's more tuned, and it's more aligned with all the things that exist, this nature that we know is there. Yes, this is what I wanted to share about the art of letting go. It is an art that you can practice every day. You can practice it in so many ways. You can write it down. You can record a video like this and see where you at, and see how you express yourself, and change the story. Change the story every single day. Make a better video, make a better recording when you're going to work in your cell phone, or write it down before you're going to sleep, and see how this evolves. Nourish your art into the existence of and the presence of who you want to be. Nourish it. It is an art. It's a beautiful art. It's like a painting that you can create every day, and you make it a new one. You get more skillful about it. Become better and better about letting go of the things that doesn't serve you, and letting in of the things that are helping you to shine the most, to be more confident, to be more aligned and healthy and powerful and invigorated. You have that power. You were born with that power. If you're not using it, it's because all this planet was made up for you to forget about certain things. But this humanity, here we go. There's always someone around that is going to remind you. It might be me, it might be somebody else. So it is beautiful. This is Perkunas, the catalyst, your guidance, and I'm looking forward for the next chapter. See you soon.